The book and memoir called The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl is by Issa Rae. Issa Rae was born as Joissa Rae Diop, an African American writer, actress, and producer. She uses a comedic approach to explore her life growing up as an awkward black girl. Throughout the book, she talks about her journey to find her own identity as an African American female. This falls into the fourth feminist wave, which focuses on self love and intersectionality.
For the masses, the hair of the awkward black girl and even boy is an enigma, though not generally known. In NASA is even examining strands of our hair for space research, as its gravity defying properties are key to missing answers in the field of aeronautics. Its buoyancy and ability to shrink when exposed to water is also rumored to be studied by scientists interested in underwater living.
Even within the Black community, hair adjectives like laid, fried, nappy, jacked, whipped dry, and snatched are all used to convey approval and disapproval. They are used judgmentally, as if they assist not just the hair, but also character, quality of life, and decision-making skills. When dealing with people who pose so-called questions, even as they judge you, here are some foolproof responses.
Is it real?
Well, thanks to the widespread popularity of hair extensions, this question is no longer asked solely within the Black community. Some people are even desensitized to the question. For those who aren't, the proper response is usually, is yours, with a smile. If that person does not relent, you can try, it's as real as you are bold, with a friendly chuckle. Passive aggression is absolutely appropriate in this instance.
It's so soft, I wasn't expecting that.
A backhanded compliment I receive often. It always begs the silently self posed question, well, what exactly were you expecting? Did you expect it to prick you like cotton plants or to feel like gauze tape? This usually comes from friends I've asked to braid my hair or from chatty hairstylists. The only response I've been able to muster is a curt, I know, isn't it?
So, can I touch it?
The dreaded question that many with ethnically expansive hair have heard countless of times. A simple, are your hands clean not only infantilizes the request, but it also sends the message that your hair isn't the sheep exhibit at the petting zoo. Should you decide to decline the request, a polite, I'd rather you not, should do the trick. If you see that the asker's spirit is crushed and you're inclined to care, simply qualify your denial with, I'm very tender-headed.
You should press it.
This opinion is almost always unsolicited. It is an opinion most commonly held by older generation in the South, where in certain parts natural hair is meant to be hidden, not seen. So as not to cause confusion or uproar, a simple maybe or one day is enough to give them the hope that you'll gain some sense and do something with that hair.
How did you get your hair like that?
Well, if the question context refers to a complicated hairstyle, a gravity-defying twist, or an insanely thick side bun, then it's actually acceptable. If the question refers to one's hair texture, like, can I make my hair nappy like yours? Or why doesn't my hair shrink when water touches it? Then we have a serious problem because kinkify it is not a readily available option in a hair salon. Those whose scalps don't naturally produce those such awe-inducing tresses may be confused or uninformed. So, as not to excuse oneself for explaining genetics, an appropriate response would be, well, I woke up like this.
I wish my hair did that.
Hair envy. There is no proper response to appease those who can't achieve the natural roots. But this admission, especially given to the self-esteem threatening history of nappy rejection, is always appreciated. and an appropriate response is thanks.
By the year 2100, when the world is even more globally connected, when intergalactic travel common and interracial mixing the default, we can expect the less of a fascination with the mystery of black hair. Until then, during your lifelong hair journey, understand that many will want to touch your hair, and some will. A number will speculate on its authenticity, few will care. Consistency is boring, variety is key. Don't be afraid to try various styles and numerous textures with confidence. Proudly exclaim, I can wear my hair however I want, whenever I want, anywhere I want. The advantages of black hair are infinite.
How did you get your hair to look like that?
So, as a hairdresser, my clients always ask me this question. And I'll admit, I may add on to the madness because I myself am self conscious of my own hair. I wear hair extensions, and yes, the hype is real because I'm addicted to them. I can honestly say to my clients that you should wear your hair naturally because it is beautiful. And I really believe that. I also understand that you want what you just don't have. I wish I could say don't change what you're born with, but I'll be out of a job and I really won't be living by example. So I'll say this. I think we should enhance what we're born with, change up our styles because we want to, and not what society defines as beautiful. However, we decide to cut, color, and add to ourselves, it should be a decision to be made for ourselves so we could feel amazing from the inside out.
Your hair is so long, you must be mixed, more than just black, right?
This question was always asked of me, either directly towards me or my sisters. This became so often that I expected it and became normal for me. This question, and I had a regurgitated response. Each and every time this was asked of me, I felt I had to explain, define, and give a reason for my hair being so long. Just seeing it, it wasn't enough. It required an explanation. Soon as I explained who my parents were and where they were from, it was okay for them. It was as if I soothed their prejudices even further. Otherwise, if I said, I was just African American, the question in their eyes of, no, there has to be more, would remain. My hair is very curly and thick. The assumption was also that it was fake and I had a weave. Letting people touch it seemed to be the only thing that satisfied them, but the girls who just wanted to be bitches would continue and say my hair was still fake. This would happen even within my own culture. The ridicule started mainly from my friend females within my race and culture. It made me very insecure, but as I grew older, it helped having a great group of friends, family to help support. My sisters were even a greater support for me because they went through the same experiences, dealing with the same harsh insults and comments.
So, how's your hair suddenly so wavy? I don't remember it ever looking like that.
I was born with straight hair. That's all I knew. When I was about 11 years old, my hair became very frizzy and hard to manage. There were no defined waves, and I was very confused as to why my hair was being so difficult. I spent the next 10 years straightening it, curling it, blow drying it, and overall just damaging my hair in order to tame it because I knew nothing about wavy or curly hair. My mom has naturally wavy hair, but I've never seen it styled naturally. She always straightens it. It wasn't until March 2020, when the world went into lockdown, that I had the courage to wear my hair natural in the comfort of my own home. I watched so many YouTube videos in order to learn about my hair type and how to style my hair. And it took me a while to get the right routine, but it was all worth it. Now I wear my hair natural 90% of the time. My frizzy, hard to tame hair became beautiful, healthy waves, and I'm proud of my hair journey now.
Why is your hair always in a bun? Why don't you ever wear it down?
Growing up, I rarely ever wore my hair down at school, and I felt very self conscious about it. In elementary school, I would always rock cute hairstyles done by my mom every morning before school. Once I outgrew those hairstyles and had to do my hair on my own, I usually just pulled it back into a bun or a ponytail because that's all I could manage. I was always self conscious of my hair, and I wished I had long, straight hair like the other girls at my school. I love straightening my hair because I finally felt like I had pretty hair. Other people would always tell me how lucky I was to have curly hair, but I just did not agree with them. Thankfully, near the end of high school, I began to love my hair. At first, I would use a dangerous amount of mousse and hairspray in order to control my hair and give it that crunchy look. I eventually outgrew that phase, and I began my journey to learning how to manage my hair. The journey has been expensive and oftentimes frustrating. I don't even want to think about how much money I've spent on hair products over the years. Of course, there are days when I still hate my hair, but now I can truly say that I've learned to love my curly hair, frizziness and all.
Learning to love your hair is something most people can relate to, and I'm sure you all have your own stories about your hair experiences. We love that hearing the stories from Issa Rae and our own personal past hopefully made you feel less alone in your own personal hair journey. Thank you.